So most of my sales come from buyer ads. Okay, believe it or not, they come from buyer ads. And why do I say that? Is because every buyer that we've had to deal with, they have had a townhome to sell, or a single family to sell, or even an investment property to sell, right? And that's where these counts started getting higher and higher, is because are you going to keep your Are you going to keep your townhome? Let me tell you what your townhome could possibly sell for in this hot market, right? People are after what will get the maximum return of value, right? Everyone wants to know what is the net profit that I will gain from selling my townhome. And some had tri-level, some had single level, some had two-level townhomes, some had single family homes, which are 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Right? That's not popular here. 3-bedroom, 2 baths is the ideal. So what we did is we said, okay, we need to come up with a plan to where I would focus on the buy side, and I would say, okay, now that you want to buy a home, are you pre-approved to buy a home? You're only looking at $1 million home right now. How about if you were to sell your townhome, and here are the numbers, what is the net profit that's going to be on your townhome would be X amount. What if we sold your townhome and increased your price point here to 1.2 million? And they were like, oh, I get more of a home, more square footage of a home, but I pay less. Well, long run, what will happen is that your interest rate is low, right? It's only 2% or 2.5%. So guess what? The 200,000 extra that they're bringing to the table, or 1.2 they went up to, really doesn't make a huge difference, because guess what? They're looking at the interest rate and their monthly mortgage payment. They're not looking at the 1.2. So it's like talking to them in numbers, and a lot of my clients are engineers here. So if you share numbers with them, if you share data with them, and you share the fact that, okay, if you are paying 1.2, but if you can stretch up to 1.3 and sell your current townhome, how awesome would it be, instead of getting a 1,400 square foot home, get an 1,800 square foot home, a little bit bigger, right? You got to go into their mind and try to figure out what is it that they're after. For $1 million, you're not going to find a 1,500 square foot home here. It's going to be very hard to find that 1,500, 1,800 square feet home. So for them, in the long run, that extra 300,000 was well spent, because they're buying in a neighborhood that already has that equity built up for them, right? The close comps in those areas. So that's what was working for me on the buy side.